Welcome back to Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSM and me, on this powerful feast day of Our Lady of Sorrows. Here she is in the Pietà, the mother holding the dead son. And we all remember Michelangelo's Pietà and how beautiful it is. And if you ever have the privilege to be able to go to St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, you will see it is pretty soon when you go in on the right side. You just kind of hang to the right side, and there is Michelangelo's Pietà. And this certainly is an image of that very same Pietà, meaning that the mother, the sorrowful mother, holds her dead son. His sacrifice has been accomplished. Hers continues. She has to continue to let go. But her will, because of her Immaculate Conception, is so perfect that it's one in union with the divine will. Never was it to be different. So many people say she is like a co-redemptrix, or she certainly is a co-sufferer in the fact that she stood at the foot of the cross. She didn't just stand at the foot of her son's cross. She stands at the foot of all our crosses. And we need to remember that when we are suffering, especially perhaps you who live alone, or you who don't feel like you are blessed with too many friendships, or you who, for whatever reason, I thought about this a lot during COVID, certainly couldn't get out and see people. And yet there's always that part of our heart that wants to link up with more people, because we're made to be social creatures, because God created us to long for friendship. And yet, if that becomes impossible at any time, we can always go to Jesus. And certainly in this feast day, we are reminded his mother will always be there. And so whatever the sorrows of your heart are, whether they're sorrows about yourself, sorrows about your future, worries about your vocation, worries about your husband, your wife, your children, your friendships, your job, your own health, we always have plenty of worries, don't we? That's part of the human condition. And yet let's remember Mary, who saw the intense suffering that her son went through for love of us. And remember that because she was immaculately conceived, she actually bore those sufferings in her own heart. So just as Jesus has his sacred heart pierced with a crown of thorns for love of us, Mary has her sorrowful heart pierced with 7 sorrows, 7 swords of love for us. On this beautiful feast of Our Lady of Sorrows, let's remember we can get through this, and we do it together. Me and you, sure. And the mystical body of Christ, definitely. Also, the mother who shows us how to suffer and to know in the middle of the suffering, the resurrection is coming. Just you wait. You too will see the resurrection. God bless you. Signing off from Cyber Sea of Galilee, DSM and me, on this powerful feast of Our Lady of Sorrows.